We long for the sudden deliverance and we rejoice when it comes. But God's normal way of working is much slower. Psalm 126, verse 5 reads, "Those who sow in tears will reap with songs of joy." Here we find sowing in tears. This points out to God working through our efforts, working and waiting. When the people of Israel were carried off to Babylon, they sowed many tears. For 70 years they endured exile in a foreign land. But those who sow in tears will reap with the songs of joy. And so God brought them back, and Isaiah prophesied it. He proclaimed in Isaiah 51, verse 11, "The ransomed of the Lord will return. They will enter Zion with singing. Everlasting joy will crown their heads. Gladness and joy will overtake them, and sorrow and sighing will flee away." When I read this, I think of Naomi too in the book of Ruth, who sowed many tears. She lost her husband and her two sons. When she returned to Bethlehem, and when she was addressed and called as Naomi, she told them, "Don't call me Naomi, call me Mara, because the Almighty had made my life very bitter. I went away full, but the Lord has brought me back empty." Ruth 1:20 and 21. Her name Naomi meant pleasant, but life was not pleasant for her. But when we come to the last chapter of the book, her daughter-in-law Ruth gives birth to a son and brings him to Naomi. God restored her joy, and they no longer called her Mara, but she was Naomi again. Isaiah 61, verse 1 to 3. "The Lord has anointed me to comfort all who mourn and provide for those who grieve in Zion. He bestows upon them a crown of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of gladness instead of mourning, and a garment of praise instead of a spirit of despair." Are you going through a time of sorrow? Are you sowing many tears? Know that God will turn your sorrow into joy. Psalm 30, verse 5 says, "Weeping may remain for a night, but rejoicing comes in the morning." There has never been a sunset yet that was not followed by a sunrise. Those who sow in tears will reap with songs of joy. So, what you and I should do in times of trouble? Pray for God's full restoration and blessing. Be confident and believe, despite the circumstances that you're in. Know that God will turn your sorrow into joy. God keeps a record of all your tears. Psalm 56, verse 8 reads, "Record my lament, list my tears on your scroll. Are they not in your record?" God keeps track of all your tears, and one day He will personally wipe the tears from your eyes. We read these beautiful words in Revelation 21, verse 4. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. Time of sorrows are hard. Sowing tears is difficult, but nothing is wasted in God's economy. You can trust God with your tears. He will turn them into joy. Be blessed.